1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3, Neptune will be here. I'm gonna be bootleg. Hello, hello, you can see me. Kawa. Greetings to the whole world. My name is Chimoge Nkero. I'm Bumoge Nishikala Kano. Government name Chimoge Chijoke Ibe. Alternate white structure name Chimoge Chijoke Ibe Nwoko. Chai. Some of my forefathers have failed. Why do I have to do that anyway? Let me get right into it. This is a quick video. Chimoge aka Moge here. I have an idea I want to present urgently. I'm in the midst of creating a big video for Shimoge's Comments America. Keep on the watch out. But in the meantime, here on Shimoge's Comments, I'm going to debut this. You saw the title. You saw the thumbnail. Neptune is the good husband of the people. Let me explain. Let me give you 4 things. And you can see the main reel. It'll be played a few times. You can buy it on Patreon. Let's go. So first, Neptune is a Madhyuha. Neptune is the good husband of the people. That's what it is. Neptune is a person within the thing. And when I say he is the good husband of the people, I say in my language, Neptune Bua Madhyuha. In other words, he carries that thing within the entirety of his being, and he's also integral to it. That is the best way to say it quickly. But English prevents us from talking about being properly. But just for context, in my language, the word boo is used to mean to be, and it's also used to mean is, or carry, sorry. So if you are something to an extent, you are carrying it. That's the metaphysics behind it. Think about that. Another way to translate boo is I'm packing it. So Neptune is packing a Madhyuha. And again, they're dialect boys out here. They're tone marking people. If you disagree, if you say the booze, you have to move your tongue differently. I don't agree. I'm smarter than you. Anyway, let me keep going. Second point, Neptune is an onyeka. What is that? An expansion person. Basically, that is a person who can occupy more than one blood flow at once. What is a blood flow? Complicated to explain, but to be very bootleg, forgive me, my nose is dripping. It looks like there's disease in my environment. There's disease in this world. And joke on it. Anyway, think of it as someone who can occupy more than one body as well. Think of a blood flow as a body. That's very bootleg. But to give it more context, the concept of gods really is based on Onyeka. These are people who are different than people like us, who can only occupy one body at once, basically. And they can exist in multiple realms at once. So that is him. Third, Venus is the love of his life. Venus is the love of his life. Very integral to him. And Venus is, of course, Oshun, aka Ainam. He's a person within that thing, which is the love of the life of a Madhyuha. Again, a Madhyuha is a man, but overall a Madhyuha is a thing. But there are things within, and also people within a Madhyuha who are people. And also, the name of Madhyuha most specifically refers to Neptune, the good husband of the people. Same with Moge, same name. Now, fourth, the so-called gray wolf animal. And fun fact, another word for animal apparently is Valkyrie. Again, I pray. I get information from prayer. Okay, if you don't believe in praying, I don't know what to do with you. Anyway, so the so-called gray wolf animal is a subset of his category of life of the same name. And I'm saying that because there are other so-called wild dogs which are not classified as the gray wolves, which are part of it. They can conceive together and have babies. But all those are part of his category of life. Another way of calling that is Araneenu, extreme evil, or the evil of extreme. And again, all kind of poke fun at it in the double question. We don't understand evil well. Neptune is not himself evil, but you can use the term extreme evil or evil of the extreme or evil of purgatory to describe him. You can also call it an extreme dog. Anyway, let me give the bonus piece of information. Then the Utah. Bonus piece of information. I am eat cocoa. It is good for overall health. Eat cocoa. It is good for overall health. Then the Utah. The double question. First, is so-called Greek mythology actually European? is so-called Greek mythology actually European? And second, what do you think evil truly is? Are there better words we could use to describe things that should not exist? Thank you.
Neptune, 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 Neptune. Neptune, Neptune, le Neptune, Mario, Dionyeka, Atu Matuyan, Enuvina, Suhu Arun Kuto, Ofor Aralaya, Haranenu, Aralelu, Nolumba Ozo. Jidebere, Ryoji, Jidebere, Rikoko, 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 Go Loco, Kan, Jide Utabwa, Imari Hembu, Nakwa, Obi Hosha, Obi Holuzuku, Emeche Hebu Arala, Imaria Hofuman, Hapu Piarala, Pia Enjoy. Ka Neptune. Ha 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 come ka Abu Neptune, Neptune, Abu Neptune, Neptune, Abu Neptune, Neptune, Baha. Oniyaka, Shimoge and K Rama, Ezibo Bawaroza, Abu Madio Yeha, Ayirimonye Ka, Neptune, Neptune Ka, Neptune Buamadio, Onelele, Chuele, Onelele, Chuele, Onyeka, Divinas, Le Hanumanuya, Aranenunua, Awandiabu Arala, Mona Forea Ofuman, Onechi Wakaka, Onechia, Biko Jido Kunka Ozo, Neptune, 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 Neptune. Neptune, Neptune, le Neptune, Mario, Dionyeka, Atu Matuyan, Enuvina, Suhu Arun Kuto, Ofor Aralaya, Haranenu, Aralelu, Nolumba Ozo. Jidebere, Ryoji, Jidebere, Rikoko, 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 Go Loco, Kan, Jide Utabwa, Imari Hembu, Nakwa, Obi Hosha, Obi Holuzuku, Emeche Hebu Arala, Imaria Hofuman. Hapu Piarala Pia Enjoy. Ka Neptuya Aranenunua Awandiabu Arala Mona Forea Ofuman Onechi Wakaka Onechia Biko Jido Kunka Ozo Neptune, 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 Neptune. Neptune, Neptune, le Neptune, Mario, Dionyeka, Atu Matuyan, Enuvina, Suhu Arun Kuto, Ofor Aralaya, Haranenu, Aralelu, Nolumba Ozo. Jidebere, Ryoji, Jidebere, Rikoko, 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 Go Loco, Kan, Jide Utabwa, Imari Hembu, Nakwa, Obi Hosha, Obi Holuzuku, Emeche Hebu Arala, Imaria Hofuman. Hapu Piarala Pia Enjoy. Ka Neptune. Ha 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 come ka Abu Neptune, Neptune, Abu Neptune, Neptune, Abu Neptune, Neptune, Neba, Onyaka, Shimoge and Kerama, Ezibo Bawaroza, Abu Madio, Yeha, Ayeremonieka, Neptune, Neptune Ka. Neptune Buamadio Onelele, Chuele, Onelele, Chuele, Onyeka, Divinas, Lehanamanuya, Aranenunua, Awandiabu, Arala, Mona, Forea, Ofuman, Onechua Kaka, Onechia, Biko Jido, Kunka, Ozo. Neptune, 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 Le Neptune, Amadio, Dionyeka, Atumatuyan, Enuvina, Suhu, Arunkuto, Ofor Aralaya, Aranenu, Aralelu, Nolumba Ozo. Jidebere, Ryoji, Jidebere, Rikoko, 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 Go Loco, Kan, Jide Utabwa, Imari Bribi Hembu, Nakwa, Obi Harsha, Obi Huluzuku, Emeche Hebu Arala, Imaria Hofuman. Hapu Piarala Pianjo Ka Neptune. Ha 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 Kanka Abu Neptune, Neptune, Abu Neptune, Neptune, Abu Neptune, Neptune, Neba. Onyaka, Shimoge and Kerama, Ezibo Bawaroza, Abu Madio, Yeha, Ayeremonieka, Neptune, Neptune Ka, Neptune Buamadio, Onelele, Chuele, Onelele, Chuele, Onyeka, Divinas, Lehanamanuya, Aranenunua, Awandiabu, Arala, Mona, Forea, Ofuman, Onechua Kaka, Onechia, Biko Jido, Kunka, Ozo, Neptune, 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 Neptune. Neptune, Neptune, Le Neptune, Amadio, Dionyeka, Atumatuyan, Enuvina, Suhu, Arunkuto, Ofor Aralaya, Aranenu, Aralelu, Nolumba Ozo.
Into testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, you see me? Testing, I'm a Dio. Calls on. Testing all for more. I boom, I'm Dio, all for more. We out here. Alright. Hey guys, so you guys just saw Art Real. I know you liked it. Anyway, let's go again. Let me just re-give the main points so they sink in. Do I want to play the Art Real a second time? No, I'll do this be once. Thinking process anyway. In the process of making that video for Shumage's Comments America, it will be about the late and unfortunately deleterious Kevin Samuels. I'm not a person of Neptune. Anyway, check it out when it comes. Let's get into it. Akua, that's my prayer. Shimoge, aka Moge here once again. Let's get into it. Give the 4 points and I'll be out here. It's kind of cold where I am. AC is deleterious to Neptune. Neptune is a part of your blood flow. If you want to be bootleg, you can say it's a part of your body, also a part of your E, more accurate. We're part of a big circle anyway. Let's go. First, Neptune is on my dioha. Neptune is on my dioha. Neptune is my language. For all of you so-called Igbos out there, why do you assume you know every rhythm of your language? Why do you assume you know every word in your language? Of course we know that if you're always speaking in the way I'm speaking, in a way that can be interpreted as English, that is not the language. Do not lie to yourself whenever you're yelling to your son to bring you the remote, that is your language. And also, do not yell at your son to bring you the remote. That is opuruzuihe. That is characteristic of the bottom of hell. But anyway, let me not signify too much. You see, when people get mad, they signify what they will do. Anyway, I'm not unethical, but you can cause someone to face justice without being unethical in a way that you would rather not. You'd rather they repent first, you understand? Anyway, let's go back. Neptune is a madioha, the good husband of the people. I'm a good husband, oha, the people. The name comes from him. He's a part of the thing. He was integral to creating the thing. He's integral to how it functions. He's packing it. It's integral to his being. He's integral to his being. There we go. Second, Neptune is an onyeka. Onyeka. Onye, person, ka, expansion. In this context anyway. It could be other things as well. He's an expansion person. He's an expansive person. What does that mean? He can exist in more than one blood flow at once. If you want to understand what I'm saying, I'll say it in two ways. One, bootleg. He can have more than one body. Two, forgive me, if you think of the concept of gods, gods can exist in more than one body and they can be in different realms and all that. That's what Nonyeka is. At least the concept of gods is based off of that. The concept of Nonyeka is much more highly integrated. The concept of gods is bootleg. But anyway, although you can accurately use the term god of the sea to refer to Neptune, but God, the exact meaning of the word God is complicated. But anyway, Neptune, god of the sea. Third, Venus is the love of his life. Every person in existence has a love of their life. That doesn't mean we should only have a relationship with them. Monogamy is evil. And again, I want to be clear, I'm not endorsing the nonsense you see out of people who have, I don't know what to call it. How can you give a stereotype to not being monogamous? Monogamy is just one form of deleterious behavior. It's very specific. But anyway, a lot of people have given it a stereotype by doing things that are really part of the same thing, where you maybe take a picture with one person, you're hiding 10, disgusting. Have healthy, open relationships with as many people as your destiny and energy allows. But anyway, there's always going to be one person who we unite with the most, and that is not bad. That is just a very special person. That is known as the love of our life. Another name for that is our Enu, our extreme. His Enu, in some dialects, Elu is Venus. Part of Anya, you can call all of Anya, mostly the same thing, Venus. Anyway, that's point 3. Point 4, the so-called gray wolf animal. Fun fact, another word for animal is Valkyrie. I'll go more into that in the future. Is a subset of his category of life, the same thing. What do I mean? There are many animals who can reproduce with what we call the gray wolf. An example, scientists have documented that so-called coyotes can reproduce with so-called gray wolves. I would say they're part of the same category of life because they can obviously conceive young. They can also conceive other young. But anyway, just to give you an idea, that regal animal is part of his category of life. You can call it the extreme dog, the dog of purgatory, the Nkitenu, Aranenu, Aranenu, Neptune, god of the sea. Anyway, you might be wondering what they have to do with the sea. My ancestors tell me they can swim, at least when they're themselves. Keep in mind, creation is not what it should be right now. But anyway, that's something to look into. I'm looking into more of that. Just to be transparent, I don't automatically believe everything I hear from spirit, but I look into it. It's another source. Anyway, just be intelligent. Don't be in a cult. Don't either discount everything you hear from spirit or just run with it. Be balanced. Integrate. Anyway, let's give you wifey, bonus piece of information. Eat cocoa. It is good for overall health. Same thing as chocolate. Eat cocoa. It is good for overall health. Anyway, now let's get to the Utabwa, the double question. First, is so-called Greek mythology actually European? is so-called Greek mythology actually European? And second, what do you think evil truly is? Are there better words we could use to describe things that should not exist? Thank you.
Nakwa, I'll be harsher, I'll be Zuku.